Thanks for checking out this movie review video. So this is for the 2022 film The Bunker Game. It's a Shudder exclusive and it's coming to Shudder on Thursday, March 17th. And for that reason, because it's a new film, and B, I'm releasing my review before it's even hitting Shudder, no spoiler review here. And I can't even give you a whole lot synopsis-wise either, because I don't want to ruin much with this film if you're going to watch it. And I actually would very much recommend people watching this. This is a film that, in the end, what's really going on with it isn't fully my subgenre of horror, so I'm not like huge on the story aspect of it, but I think this is a film a lot of people are going to enjoy. There are a lot of things I personally enjoyed about it, and yeah, I would love to hear people's opinions once you have seen it. Go ahead and put it in the comments, and we can talk spoilers in the comments. Also, I'm going to do something I usually don't do. I'm going to ask up top, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that right now. It's your best way to repay me if you like this video or any video I've ever done. It motivates me. Anyway, The Bunker Game was directed by Roberto Zazzara. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. Roberto Zazzara. Who did a few German documentaries and also some shorts. Written by Francesca Forristal, who did not have any other credits. Davide Orsini, who wrote The Binding, The Shift, The Red Door, The Land of Dreams, and Otzi and The Mystery of Time. As well as story provided by Manuela Cacciamani, who also was credited with Neverlake, The Courage to Dare, and Otzi and The Mystery of Time. So obviously, she had worked with Orsini before. Once again, coming to Shudder 2022. Oh my gosh. Time warp. Thursday, March 17th is when it's showing up. So, quick synopsis. In the beginning, they give you kind of this this old-timey reel of black and white film that gives you the backstory leading up to this bunker. You know, as you would probably assume, it's called The Bunker Game, so there's probably a bunker involved in it. And yes, the whole thing takes place in this bunker, which is a wonderful setting. That's the first thing. I think this is a very interesting concept. It's very unique. I love the setting. I love how they set dressed it. Used extremely well. So they set this up with this black and white film, kind of giving you the backstory on how this bunker came to be, and things kind of progress from there, and you see a bunch of people who are living in this bunker, and I don't want to go any further than that. Things happen. It's horror, so things happen. What I will say about it that should get you interested in it is they use the bunker to great effect. The atmosphere is very well created between the set dressing, the costuming, the music used, the way they use their camera angles and their transitions, their shot transitions are wonderful. One in particular I'll talk about in a little bit, but so many things just come together to create wonderful atmosphere, and I think the bunker plays a huge part in establishing and maintaining that atmosphere throughout. So, if for nothing else, this film is worth watching from a visual standpoint, and just from an atmosphere experiential standpoint, in my opinion. Really enjoyed it for that. It looks quite good as well. The directing, the cinematography, costuming, set design, all those things look wonderful. So from a technical standpoint, there's so much going for this film on a technical level. Now, script-wise, I wasn't huge on the story itself, but once again, there's a little bit of bias on my end because it fits into a subgenre I'm usually not that big of a fan of within horror, but I know a lot of people will be. So that's why I say I think a lot of people will like this. I think this will definitely find a fan base on Shudder. So I would recommend checking it out, just to make sure if you like it or not. Around 15 minutes in, there's a very tired conversation that comes up between two characters. I did roll my eyes, and it kind of goes to one big thing that's at play within this film that I hate it when it's used in film, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's something that's employed to kind of pull at the heartstrings of the audience artificially, or I don't say artificially, it's this built-in thing that filmmakers know, well, if we put this in the film, then audience members are going to feel immediately more tied to a certain character. And it's just like, I hate that. I hate that. Develop the character. Give us an interesting character. Give us a character where we really care about, although there are a lot of characters in this one who are interesting enough, but don't build it around this one unbelievably cliche thing. I hate when this thing is used. Now, that said, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people out there who have absolutely no problem with it, may even prefer it being employed in films like this, so it's a personal thing, just saying. The audio, now I don't know if this was intentional or not, but the audio oscillates between sounding normal and sounding like people are talking through PVC pipe. It's weird. Now, it may have been an intentional choice, and I can think of one reason why it maybe was an intentional choice, but I'm not going to say because that would reveal too much. But it doesn't sound good. And it's very off-putting. It takes you out of the movie when you're hearing people talk a certain way, and then literally within the same scene, it will jump between sounding normal and sounding like someone's talking through PVC pipe. So either it's a egregious mistake or it was a choice made that does not work well at all and actually takes people out of the film. So I did not like that. A bit after the 20-minute mark, you get a reveal that creates a whole new dimension to the actual film. It really creates an entirely different angle from which you view the film, and I like this. Now, that said, you need to know that I went into this film not having read any synopsis, not having watched trailers. I don't do that for films typically. I like to go in blind because I want to just experience the story, experience the movie as it was meant to be, not as marketing is trying to get you to experience it. So, some people out there who may have seen the trailer, I'm making a guess on this. Some people who may have seen the trailer or read the synopsis may already know what that different angle is, but for me, I didn't, and I thought it was a cool reveal, and I thought it put things in a very different light within the film, and I really like that choice. So, pretty cool. There are some cool scene transitions. Actually, there's quite a few really cool scene transitions, and this just fits into wonderful camera work in general. Awesome angles, wonderful smooth camera movements. I can't say enough about the directing and cinematography in this, honestly. The best of these transition shots, this doesn't reveal anything about the film, but look out for this particular one. It's a shot that's inside of a can of food, and then it transitions over to same movement inside the can of food, but it becomes the inside of a bunker hallway. Brilliant transition. Looks amazing. And there's a symbol there. There's symbolism going from that thing to the other thing. It's awesome. Like, literally, I watched this by myself, and when that transition happened, I was audibly, like, applauding the film. Like, not actually, clapping my hands, but I said some things, and there was no one else around to hear it, so I was trying to speak to the creators of the film without being able to. I mean, that's how strongly I reacted to it. It was super cool. The score works well with the events of the actual film and the atmosphere. Like I said before, it's one of the things that adds into creating and maintaining a really nice atmosphere. There's a lot of darkness in the film, but you can see everything you need to see in every single scene. Bravo, kudos on that. I cannot tell you how many times I see films, even big studio films, that are taking place in dark settings and the lighting is not good enough that you can see what's going on. So getting the lighting right but keeping it dark is a big achievement. I applaud you for that. I love that. Nice. It does get a bit slow. There are definitely some pacing issues with the film, but I will say the big plus in kind of trying to counteract that a little bit is the atmosphere. The way everything looks, the way everything feels, how they establish that atmosphere and maintain it kind of softens the issue of the pacing, in my opinion, because you can kind of just like be in the film, be in the atmosphere, be in the setting that you're in and kind of experience the film in a different way. And I think that really does help soften the issue of that pacing. Because it's like it's like an hour and 35 minutes, I think, with credits and everything. So yeah, it's not like super long, but seems a little bit longer than it should. The final shots of the film are gorgeous. this goes back to the whole thing I was talking about, you know, directing, cinematography just being wonderful, technical stuff in general being wonderful with this. Like I said earlier, personally not wild about the story itself. I think it's a little uninspired, a little simplistic. Like I said, it employs something that makes my eyes roll. But all the other things, really awesome. So out of 5 stars with half stars in play, I'm going to give it a very good 3.5-star rating. Had the script been a lot better and there weren't pacing issues for me personally, I would have probably bumped it up to a 4, 4.5 even. I don't know, depending on how it would have gone. But 3.5 is quite good for my channel. So I definitely recommend this film. I think it's worth watching. I had a decent enough time with it. And I think the biggest thing for me is it was unique. If for nothing other than the setting, it was very unique, and I like that. Good premise, unique, cool. Anyway, would love to find out your opinions on this film. Go ahead and put it down in the comments, and we can talk spoilers in the comments. Go ahead. Also, like I said earlier, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really do appreciate that. It literally keeps me going. It is quick. It is painless. It costs you no money. It's something you can do as a favor to me. But regardless, I really do thank you for taking your time to watch this video. And until next time, keep it brutal.